everyone, my name is Joshua Winkins and welcome back to another video. In today's video, I want to go over how to create this really cool freeze frame intro. So as you can see right here, you already saw it in the beginning, but here is the editing breakdown. So I go ahead and just boom, freeze myself and create a freeze frame intro. I'm sure you've seen a lot of plugins and a whole bunch of different videos on this effect. And the one show I can think about that does this effect is Brooklyn Nine-Nine for its intro. This is basically the exact same effect that Brooklyn Nine-Nine does. Now I'm sure they have a preset or something, because I highly doubt they manually did all of this, but I could be wrong on that. So I'm going to kind of literally just break down how to create this effect. Now up here, right here, we have an adjustment layer for color correction. As you can see right here, here is the color wheel and here's the color curve. It's always good to just add some basic color correction, and I always encourage you to use an adjustment layer, especially when you're doing a big effect like this or a video with multiple different clips of the same location. Obviously, if it's a different location, the colors are going to be different. Now this clip right here is a clip of just the beginning. I'm talking about this clip right here. So let's go ahead and play it and just literally just stand there and then boom, just cross my arms that kind of lead into the intro. Obviously you can have whatever you want for the beginning. Now below that is a clean plate, so it's literally just a shot of the background without me in it, and all I did was I disabled it right now, but you'll see it right here. I just went ahead and clicked on the speed time option and boom, clicked on hold. That's how you create a freeze frame. You want a shot of you first, basically getting yourself in new position, and then you want a shot of the background without you in it. That way you can zoom yourself in without having the background just look all weird. You can't duplicate a layer like this with you in it twice, because it's gonna look really, really weird. Now below it, I just have a music track from Epidemic Sound. Now comes the fun part, and I'll do my very best to explain how to create this effect, go one layer by layer, and try to do my best to explain it. So right here we just have some motion blur. Now this is also a plugin along with the adjustment layer. As you can see right here is the text right here. So let's go ahead and go frame by frame, and as you can see right there, I just create some motion blur just to help make the text animate on a lot easier. So that's right there. Now obviously below that there is an adjustment layer. Okay, now below that we get even more advanced. Now comes the really advanced part, and I will do my very best to explain how to create this. So right here we just have this right here. Now this is also a freeze frame. So let's go in the retiming options. So I literally just took a shot, the last frame of this clip, and I froze it where my arms are crossed. Now, like I said before, go ahead and click on here to hold, and that's how you create a freeze frame. Now what you want to do is you want to head over to the effects panel and you want to apply a draw mask. So as you can see right here, I literally just cut myself out via a draw mask. Now I also applied the feathering, so like a -4 feathering, and I went over here to the effects panel, mask, and applied a draw mask onto the video. So you're literally just cutting yourself out. That's all you have to do. Now again, that's why I told you you want a clean plate, so you can cut yourself out without having a black background. So what I did do next is I basically just keyframed the scale. So let's take this clip right here and let's go forward one frame at a time. So as you can see right here, boom, this is keyframed right here, this scale section right here. I literally just keyframed it. Now I'm gonna go one frame at a time. So I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3. Now as you can see right here, I keyframed it to 120, and then I didn't mess with it at all. So as you can see, here is the little marker right here. So basically what I did to this layer, and this layer is I keyframed at the beginning, and then 3 frames in I increased it. So right here, gonna go ahead and click on the clip, gonna go ahead and just keyframe the scale, go 1, 2, 3 frames, and then I keyframed it to 120%. Now let's go ahead and head over to the text. Now this is a compound clip, so as you can see right here, here are the two text layers. This is literally just a compound clip. So you literally just select the clips. You want to right click on the mouse to create a compound clip. Now you may ask yourself, okay, so how did you make the text animate? Well, let's go to the text, and right here, positions right here, I keyframed the position right here. So you want to keyframe the position. Then I went again 1, 2, 3 frames, and then I keyframe the position to 6.9 over to here. Now let's head over to the bottom layer right here, and I applied a tint effect. So let's go to the effects panels right here, click on all, and let's type on tint. So as you can see right here, here is the tint effect. So I just applied the tint effect onto the bottom one, and then I just changed the color right here to blue. Now what I did was I changed the amount to 0, I keyframed the amount to 0, then again I went 1, 2, 3 frames, and then I keyframed the amount to 100%, and that's literally it. You want to add some motion blur just to help make things look a lot more realistic, and then first of all I cut myself out using a draw mask. I keyframed the scale. So the scale is going 1, 2, 3. So it's obviously being keyframed. I keyframe the scale, so I start to zoom in, and then I did the exact same thing with the text layer. I animated the text by having the text animate, and then I went down here to the bottom layer and just animated the tint. So basically, as you can see right here, start from the beginning. I start to zoom in, the background starts to turn blue, and the text starts to zoom in, and then after 3 frames, everything comes together, and that is how you create this effect. Very complicated, very difficult, but if you take your time, and hopefully this tutorial made a lot of sense. Hopefully at the end of the day you understand how to create this effect, but yeah, it is definitely a very advanced, very difficult effect, and it's going to take a lot of practice, and a 7-minute quick tutorial probably won't do it for you. You're going to have to actually do it yourself and kind of do a lot of mistakes and trial and errors, and hopefully you figure it out, and hopefully this video helps with that. Anyways, hopefully you enjoyed this video, hopefully you found it helpful and informative. If you want to see more Final Cut Pro 10 tutorials, make sure to hit that subscribe button. I also have a Final Cut Pro 10 tutorial playlist with over 80 Final Cut Pro 10 tutorials. See you in the next one. Peace.